All right, friends, I've got everything laid out. Look how cute it is. I mean, this just adorable. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put everything together. So if you're new here, you know, I always suggest that step one is put it all together before you lay it all out before you start gluing, because you want to make sure that you have all the pieces, you've painted the right side of everything, that we're yippee skippy and good to go before we start gluing, because once you start gluing, you're kind of stuck. Well, I'm going to use Gorilla Glue spray adhesive for the most part. Might use a little Loctite, but what I do is I have an empty box top that I spray into. It's just a box top. And the one thing to think about, because you've got to turn your pieces upside down when you spray the back, is that you want to make sure that you don't set your next round of pieces down in wet glue, because you're going to mess them up, okay? So the Sweet Land of Liberty has score marks for your words to help you get them in place. Yeah, looks really good. Okay, so now I'm going to put my popsicle here. And I'm going to put a star here. A star here. And a star here, okay? Then I'm just going to flip it upside down and put something heavy on top to put some weight on it, okay? You can also use clamps. And we're going to repeat this process. Now, these tiny little ones, I think I'm going to use Loctite. You can use spray glue. It just gets a little... You can definitely do it. I just would not turn them upside down and spray them. I would, like, hold them like this and dip them in the spray glue, because it's a lot of glue for a little piece. So I'm going to get my 1776 in first. Okay. And when I say dip it in the spray glue, I mean you can, yeah, that looks good and straight. I'm going to take this. Now you can just decide how you want this to go. Just line your little stars up with the edges, okay? And you can do one or two things. You can like just spray, I just sprayed a little bit of glue in the box and then touch down and drop it on there and get it lined up like that. Those tiny pieces are just sometimes a little trickier. The nice thing about the spray glue is that if you don't get it lined up right away, you have a second to get it. So maybe I won't use the Loctite now that I'm doing this, because they are a little tricky to get on there. So let's put this together. Okay. So if you were going to use like a Loctite, you just want like a tiny dot like that. Get it where you need it to be. Well, these little stars are tricky. big head, not in the camera. Okay. It's tricky to line up. Cute though, very cute. So if you struggle lining these up, just feel like, hey, guess what? You are not alone. Not big fat fingers in the way. There we go. Okay. Cute. Those are looking good. Okay. Just get them the right angle. Ah. Well, spoke too soon. Okay. Got it. Okay, there we go. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Look at that. Very cute. Okay, I'm gonna do our popsicle. This is a simple one. I'm also gonna take USA and the stars at the same time. I like to do multiple signs at once if there's not a ton of pieces because it just makes it go quicker. Make sure too, your spray glue that you shake it, right? Because these score lines are great. It just helps you see exactly where to put those. Okay. And then I liked my stars. You can play around with where you want your stars to be, but I kind of liked them like this, all on the bottom. You do you. Play around with it, see what you like. Okay. And then my popsicle, I'm gonna start with the bottom. The longer you wait to move your pieces from, like it, the tackier the spray glue gets. So, and that's good to know because, there we go. I mean, we got it lined up, it's looking good. Okay, looking good, looking good. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we just have the popsicles and Uncle Sam left for this. So I'm gonna turn everything for Uncle Sam upside down at once. And I'm gonna start adding his beard first because his beard is gonna help me get everything else lined up, okay? So when you're doing this glue too, you want to spray like just a little more than you think you need. Not a lot more, but so I'm gonna have to clean that up. I didn't clean that up yet. Okay. So his beard is nice and lined up, and you want it to be flush because you want it to stand, okay? That's gonna be, you don't want it, if you don't get this part flush, it's gonna be whopper jawed. And then get this lined up, and you want the hat to be flush with the lines there, and then everything else will go into place. Just kind of squeeze it. This is, like I said, this is the great thing about the spray glue because you can just keep going and kind of mush it into place. Whereas the Loctite, like once it's on, it's on. Okay, push that down. So line your little mustache up. I think I just got my big head in the camera, but I need to see my mustache. Get your nose on. Okay, and then pop your stars on, and then we're done with that one. I think I want, let me see. I can't remember how I had this. Yeah, I think I want it like this and like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, and there's Uncle Sam. Okay, so there's Uncle Sam. And now we're gonna do our popsicles. So I've kind of messed around with these. See, I did not seal it right there. I can see where I missed a spot. Okay, so you could put them like this with a star here, but I like them with a star on top. So I'm gonna put my popsicles all in the center, straight up, and then I'm gonna put the star on top, okay? So, turn everything over. Again, making sure to find a like a clean spot if you're spraying into a box. And just try to get in the habit of cleaning your nozzle when you're done. I always forget, and then it's a mess when I go to use it again. And if I would just remember to clean it when I'm done, it would work so much better. But the nozzle does get gunky, so just try and get them centered over that middle like piece. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to do our stars. Now, you can clamp these if you want to. It helps to put something heavy or to hold it in place. The only thing I'm going to tell you about the clamps, they're great. I get mine from the Dollar Tree. You just want to make sure you don't leave it on too long, because if you leave it on too long, what can happen is it can mar your paint, because the paint hasn't cured all the way, unless you let it sit for a day or so and then came back. So you don't necessarily have to clamp it, but it does help get like a much more secure bond. So it's totally up to you, okay? So go ahead, put this aside, and we are gonna add a little bit of glitter or a little bit of sprinkles to our popsicle.